Hello Stampin' Friends, this is Jeannie Moss, the Bluegrass Stamper. I'm here in the Bluegrass state of Kentucky, and I'd like to show you how to make this little diagonal fold pop-up card. So it pops up and stands up like this. And inside, on the outside, it says hello. On the inside, it says, my thoughts of you are all heart-shaped. So this card is using the bundle from Celebration. This is 2025 Celebration. It's the heart-shaped bundle. So this comes with a stamp set and 6 dies. And this can be yours free with a qualifying order. Now I am going to be using tonight, and I've already done this, so I'll show you. This cuts out 2 little leaves, flowers. I'm going to be using this leafy heart, and I'm going to be using this label. So those are the ones that I'm using tonight, and I'll show you what I've cut out. You'll need a piece of thick white cardstock. This is 4 1/4 by 8 1/2. You'll also need a piece of Berry Burst cardstock, or whatever color you choose. This is 3 3/4 by 3 3/4. And then another square of white cardstock. This one is 3 1/2 by 3 1/2. So what I've done to get ready to make this card, I'm going to show you all the pieces that I've cut. First of all, I've taken this layer and I've cut out 2 of those little hearts. Or, I'm sorry, 2 of those little flowers. So I've got 2 of these flowers. I've also taken that little label die, this little guy, and I've cut out 2 of those. I've got a white one and a Berry Burst one, and I have cut that in half, cut those in half. And then I've cut out one of those leafy hearts from the soft seafoam color. Make sure you can see that. I've got a couple of leaves. Well, maybe I have 1 leaf. There should be, oh, here he is, he's in here. Got 2 leaves that were on that same little die. So that was this die, cut out both at the same time. I've got a 6-inch piece of that gold twisted thread that is tied in a bow. And then I have some embellishments. And the embellishments I'm using tonight, they're on the last chance list right now, but they are great embellishments. They're called the Neutrals Adhesive Back Sequence. And what I like about them is they're all metallics. You've got gold, silver, copper, bronze, and you've got 2 sizes. So there's large ones and smaller ones. So I'm going to be using one of each of the gold, the large and the smaller one. So let's get started with our stamping and get that out of the way. Well, maybe I should tell you how to score first. So we're going to score at 4 1/4. So I've put this in, scored it at 4 1/4. And then I've taken a Sharpie, and on the 6-inch mark, a black Sharpie, and I have gone straight down this line so that I can use it for diagonal scores. So now I've taken this, now I'm going to twist it, and I'm going to score. This is going to be the front of my card. I'm scoring from the bottom left of the front up to the top point. So I'll just take that and I'll score that from the bottom. Again, if the card's folded, this is your front. You're going from the bottom left to the top right. And then this will be folded. So there's the base of our card. I'm going to do my stamping now. So on that square, I'm going to stamp that leafy heart in Old Olive. I'm going to stamp it just a little bit to the right because I'm putting, you know, some flowers and things on the left-hand side. So I'm stamping him a little bit closer to the right than center. I'm also going to stamp him inside the card up in this upper left corner. And the reason for that is because I don't want you to see this whenever the card is open. So that's why it's going up there. While we've got the green out, I've got the little leaf. I'm going to kind of decide where this is going to be open. And I'm going to stamp a couple of these little small leaves. I'm going to leave space between them because my flower is going to go there. And that's it for the green. Then I'm going to switch over to Berry Burst. And on the inside, I'm going to stamp this, My Thoughts of You Are All Heart-Shaped. And I'm going to stamp that in, I got to get this a little bit closer, in the center of that heart. And then the small hello, I'm going to stamp on this little white banner. And there's our hello. So our stamping is finished. And now we're ready to put this card together. On the front of our card, we are going to add this layer. Now we don't want to see these holes. We're going to cover those holes up, so we want to keep that down in this bottom right corner, because if you put it up here, you would see it from the back, you would see those holes. So we want to put it down here, and we're only going to add our glue in this half of the card. So only in this half where our flowers are. And that's going to allow this to pop up. And then we will just fold that flat, and we're going to center this on our card, and you can use those lines for your score, where you can see your score lines, to get those in the corner. So now from the back, you won't be seeing those holes. And next we're going to put this piece on, the one that we stamped the leafy heart on. We're going to center him right on top of that. And then we're ready to put this little guy over the stamped heart. And you'll just take your glue, just put a few little dots here and there. You could also use the sticky sheets and put it on this cardstock before you cut it, and then it'd be like a sticker. You could just peel the back off and stick it on. We have done that before in class. I didn't think about it on this one until it was too late. So I'm just dotting some glue on, and I'm going to line that up. I'm going to start down here at the bottom and here at the top, and then just press that down. So now we have that green on green. I hope you could get a good look at that. I'm going to bring a little scrap of paper in just because I'm working with this glue and I don't want to get glue everywhere. You can see I have that old dot matrix scrap paper. I'm going to put a little bit of glue right across the top of this one, and then I'm going to attach this one to it. So I've glued those two together and I've offset it a little bit. Then I'm going to put some little mini dimensionals on the back of this. Just a couple. Peel the backs off. And we'll stick this on right about here. Then I'm going to take one of these flowers. I'm going to put some glue on it. And I'm going to attach it right on there with our hello. And then our two little leaves, I'm going to put a little bit of glue on those. Just some little dots of glue. I'm going to add those up underneath that. Then I'm going to use a glue dot. I'm going to put it in the middle of that flower. And the little bow that I tied already is going to go on that glue dot. And then I like to take my fingernail and just kind of push the glue up around the bow and secure it. And there's our little hello with a bow. Our next step is going to be to open the card up, and we're going to use a mini dimensional on the back of this, or a little piece of a dimensional, whatever you have, on the back of the flower. And this is going to be what I call our doorstop, because we're going to put it on. And then that's going to be what will keep our card open when we're using it. Then last thing is these two little embellishments. I've got the larger one, which I'm going to put on the front of the card. I'm just going to put it right in the heart. And I've got the smaller one, which I'm going to put on this flower. And there is our card. So now we have this cute little card that will come like this, and then you can just pick this up and give it a little twist, and it will stand up. How cute is that? So I hope you've enjoyed this project. If you have any questions, you can reach me at bluegrassstamper@gmail.com. I'd like for you to visit my website if you have time. I have a lot of projects over there. It is www.bluegrassstamper.com. While you're there's a little blue dot that will pop up, and you can get a free tutorial immediately. You can also put in your name and your email address, and I will add you to my newsletter list, and I send out a free tutorial every week. Thanks for joining me, and I hope to see you again. Bye.